Hello and welcome. I'm Tavish Cardiff, one of the co-founders of the Raw Material Practice. It is Aligning with Intention Week, and I have been doing my level best to align with intentions lately, and it seems like every time I try to get things accomplished, there are more things that pile up, like to the point where it's comical right now, how many things are in front of me. Some of you may or may not know that my partner in this practice, Quan Tracy Cherry, passed in October, and so aligning with the intentions that we had set for this session have been a little challenging. We were 2 weeks into teaching a class when he passed, and I have been doing it by myself, which isn't nearly as fun without his wit and wisdom. So I've also been intending to write something heartfelt and meaningful about him, but I haven't been able to do that because I'm busy working on this other project. It's a little piece on common sense that will be coming in January. And so as I went through Thanksgiving weekend and thought about Quan, thought about my dad who passed, it'll be 2 years on December 4th, which is also my daughter's birthday. And there's magic in the timing of all of that, just like there's magic in the timing of Quan passing, aside from the fact that it left me with a whole lot of things on my plate and a whole lot of unmet intentions, a whole lot of things that I can't align with immediately. And I'm going to take a deep breath there because every bit of that is okay. Thank goodness for this practice, because without it, I feel like I would be not in control of my mind. I would be spinning out a little bit. I would be under a lot of stress. As it is, I am almost laughing at the amount of things that show up for me to do every day. And I'm like, okay, there's 57 and I can do these 3. And every day sort of seems to snowball in that way. This isn't a complaint. This is an observation. And this is showing me I have to stick to the values and I have to do what's important. So I'm spending the bulk of my time writing and doing some of the things needed to support wrapping up Quan's life and all of the things that go along with that, including helping organize things for his 86-year-old mother who has moved in with my aforementioned daughter. That is 2 generations coming together with a lot of love and support, and also stress and not knowing exactly what is going to happen or what each day is going to bring. It's a whole new world. And so supporting Quan's mom, Cherry, supporting my daughter, supporting myself has become a balancing act. And aligning with intention is something where my mind just sits back and says, okay, what can I do that's right in front of me? How can I be effective? And I think that's what aligning with intention really comes down to, is finding out where what we have to give has the most effect. Quan had an absolute magical gift for knowing where to apply his own love and support and his brand of humor and wisdom, and where to insert something really intellectual or mythological, and where to throw out something that would just make you laugh. And there was such a beautiful balance in how he did what he did. And I want to give thanks. I want to really take the time, intentionally, aligning with the intention of thanking Quan right here. We can expect a little bit of emotion because missing him is an active thing, just like missing my dad is an active thing. I can feel both of them laughing at me right now as I'm doing this in a loving, soulful way. So let's get to the ego side of Quan and celebrate all of the things that brought all of us such an amazing experience with this fantastic man. And when I say fantastic, I say in every direction. He was a study in wholeness. And we used to joke that he was patient 0 or student 0 of the Raw Material Practice. You know, it took me a while to be able to just relax in and just try it on. But he went into the very first session trying it on and arguing every piece of it that he didn't agree with, and then, coming around like he does to a different conclusion than all of the ones he argued. Astrologically, that would be his Libra moon and his Mercury in Libra that always weighed every side of everything and made him such a great partner in something that attempted to reach wholeness, because that's how he spent his whole life trying to be. And the one of the things that we laughed about a lot was that he was a lawyer, non-practicing lawyer, the laws of man, the laws of the universe, but that it's the practice of law. It's not mastery. And the human situation is a practice. We don't master it in human body. We just don't. And I will give you all sorts of other arguments and reasons why that's not true if you want to engage in a different conversation with me. I love it. But for this purposes, we're just going to stick to being in the space that Quan and I got to occupy, standing between the ego energy and the soul energy, and understanding that they're two different things, and that we could lean all the way into one and have a lot of fun, and lean all the way into the other one and find this vibrational joy that is kind of the stuff we're here to connect to and attach to and remember that we're part of. So aligning with that intention was the underlying core of what we did together. In the beginning of our friendship and our relationship, we hit rocky terrain right off the bat. He told me one time that I was his first white friend, and I didn't know how to take that. It took years, I think, for us to really work through understanding the racial divide that there was even just between us, and as we attempted to work through it. So Quan and I worked through hard subjects. We tried on each one of these pillars and really gutted ourselves within them, opening up what wounds were really there and being able to support each other's wounds, honor them, and learn to trust each other. And so part of my thanks is Quan pushing back on me and not appreciating several things about me and being irritated by things about me, so that I got to look at myself in a different way, or got to look at it through his lens, which I would never have understood. And I can't say that I always did, but allowing it, learning how to become aware of what he thought or felt, allowing that to just be, and reworking my own thoughts or steps around new information, so that we arrived at a different conclusion, or here's a new starting place. I now know these things, you now know these things, and we move from here. And that is the thing that I think I miss the most about him, is having that honest, trusting conversation where anything can be said because we understand the other person's intentions. We vetted language, meaning, emotion. We evaluated everything, and we had so much fun doing it. So that is where I miss him the most, is in the fun of this work. So I'm still having fun with it, but the chance to just call him and say, hey, brilliant idea today. Let's take the survey and add it at the end of the Common Sense pamphlet with a QR code so that we can start collecting data. That kind of thing. Pieces we've been working on forever that finally show how they align together. And I think watching how all of this still comes together without my attention, as I've explained, has been thrown in a million directions, and I can't count on my own thoughts for anything. I'm relying on lists to remind me of what is important in my day. So far, haven't missed any important appointments, but hoping the universe just keeps having my back in that way. Challenge for this week. Pay attention to your own intentions that you can align with easily and look at where you're struggling. Look at maybe why you're struggling. These answers are available within us. This is a mental pillar, so lean into thoughts here. This stuff isn't really present in your body. It's what's floating around in your beliefs that's preventing you from aligning with the things that you want or getting them, or even understanding that maybe what you think you want isn't the thing that you actually want. This is your space, your arena to unpack your own thoughts and feelings. This is my opportunity today to give great thanks to my partner, friend, and just all around master of soul ego balance and creating the proverbial lemonade out of lemons in every single situation that we ever encountered. I miss you, friend, and thanks so much for paying attention to these videos, to the practice, and I look forward to sharing what comes next. I'll be back next week to talk about wholeness, and we'll wrap it up and start the winter session in December.